Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match of Season 55. And we won the last round. We are now in a position to go 3-0 for the week, and I need it to get a winning record for the season. We'll finish 5-4 with a win, 4-5 obviously with the loss. Last round up against my opponent Marcus Cloud. He was a non-participator. He took out one team probably with 10 minutes or so left in the match because I was playing near the end of Grand Arena and he had not attacked yet. You can see he took out Leia. Only thing that I want to show is here up against my fleet, or the fleet that I set down. I've been talking about changing this for a while. We have now changed it. In terms of my offense, I believe I one-shot the entire board. Maybe fleet got held up once. There was a hold in fleet. So here you can just see quickly clicking through some of the stuff. You can just check out that video if you're more interested in how I approached it. Not a particularly strong defense. He definitely probably would have won had he participated. Yeah, actually we one-shot everything. This is kind of interesting because it's not a great banner total for one-shotting the board. Because the previous match, first match of this week, I think I finished at 2015 banners and we were held up twice. So that gives you an idea. It was really in that fleet match. We lost a lot of ships during that fleet match. 2 of those fleet matches. Now with the final bracket of the season, my opponent, I'm going to call him Churf Tibier. He is 11.7 million GP, so about 600k more than me. Strong in Zetas, Omicrons. He is the second strongest in the bracket. I was number 1. He's one of the 8 GL players. This bracket had 3 accounts at not 8 GLs. I cannot talk right now. The relic distribution, he's got 1173 for his tier totals. I'm at 1033. This is actually more favorable than the last round. The last round up against Marcus Cloud here, you can see he's at 1309. He was second best in the bracket. Somebody was just edging him out. I'm not the lowest, but I'm kind of more towards the middle of the pack. The distribution here though, the 1173, you can see has a bunch of tier 3. That's good. That means a lot of his relics are in this tier 3 zone where they're not too much of a problem. And then at tier 5, I've got the advantage actually. And tier 7, small advantage to his end, small advantage to his on tier 8, and small advantage on tier 9. So he does have better relics, but not in a scary zone. And then when we were looking at mods, he is one of the weaker mods in the bracket. And I was 3rd, 4th, depending on if you're looking at the top 25 or top 500. I'm in that 3rd, 4th range, slightly above average, slightly bit in the top half of the bracket. What is going on? Datacron wise, looking here, he is one of the weaker Datacron accounts in the bracket. My account is fairly strong in relation to everybody else. Actually, I'm number 1 in the bracket. We're looking at relicates on all the GLs. With the Omicrons, he's got a nice fast triple Ami Melgus. His Radis is fine. Iden, a little slow. Starkiller. You're seeing some slower mods on a lot of these characters. It's got a slow Wampa. Treya is faster than mine by 1. His Afra's okay. Qui-Gon's a little slow. Swallow, just a hair slow. He's got his 3rd sister here looking good, better than mine. But we're looking here, Baudelaire, no Amis. Queen Amidala, no Amis. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like throwing triple Amis on all these characters, because some of them are very negligible. Very often, 1 to 2 of the Amis on these triple Ami characters are skippable at best and delayable at worst. And in this case, it means he would have Amis to be placing on like Cadme or Baudelaire, and right now they just don't have any. I'd rather have 1 on each of those characters. Like you can see, I've got 1 on Cadme. 1 on each of these characters than none. And right now we're going to have Luthen showing up in a couple weeks, and you're going to want to have Amis on the sidelines to, I think from the looks of it, probably put 2 on. 2 of them seem really important. The other one I kind of want to just test. Looking here at the rest, we got an okay Maul, slow Echo. Gas is alright. Like you can just see his mods are kind of all over the place, and his fleet is fine. Looking at the quality of his modding, get an idea here. Organize this by speed. We're kind of looking for the range of 3rd sister to Radis. And this is a bit of a shocker. Wat Tambor is his last 300 speed character. That means he only has 15 characters. Basically, his characters who are above that 300 speed threshold are GLs and a couple more. And so we're looking at a huge portion of the game just below that 300 speed threshold. And now that's not critical with everything, but it is just an indicator of the seriousness that a person takes mods, and it just says he doesn't. So that could help, but we can't be too cocky about that because it does have a tendency to make certain teams harder to counter. One of those teams being Qui-Gon, that I know he's set on defense. Has not attacked yet. I made one change. We talked about it at the top. Here's a look at what we've got. We've got a bunch of filler in that territory, although the Tuscans tend to pick up a hold for me. This area is much stronger. Occasionally, I could beef up the quality of this defense, but I needed so much for offense up against some of these Datacrons that I intentionally softened my defense this season. And it made the difference because the first couple weeks we were dropping matches, and we've been doing a lot better since I've been going a little bit more hard on offense. Now, I did change my fleet. I think this is going to be a permanent change. My opponent does go full offense with his fleet, so hopefully that makes it a little bit more challenging for him. And I'm also now more comfortable with a lot of the other counters. So if I were to see a similar type of defense from my opponent, we'd be doing Chimera up against the Leviathan, Negotiator up against the Executor, and doing the Malevolence counter up against the Profundity. So that is the future of our fleet battles. Now, taking a look here, we got Darktrooper Moff Gideon, Cadme, Starkiller, Lord Vader, and Third Sister with the Third Sister crown. That's actually, I'm ecstatic to see, because instead of having two teams that can provide that absorb strong counters and also redundant counters like Bodalore, I kind of need Bodalore up against both of those teams. It just makes it a whole lot easier where now I don't need to worry about having my offense stretch too much. Shaak Ti here, I think we're going to be able to fit in a number of solos in this match, and we may need them because this guy is going to be going very hard on offense. He does participate. We got Afra here with 000. We'll be careful with that. And Bounty Hunters, No Crown, Radis, Qui-Gon, Melgus. So you can see a pretty soft defense, at least for these days. These teams are by no means a joke, but in terms of GLs, I think we saw one. Was there one or none? One in Lord Vader. Alright. So I did plan out my attacks, so I wanted to be careful. I think let's start with Lord Vader. And we're still going to go with Bodalore. The only thing I'm questioning is, this is the normal counter. I've been playing this season with Sabine because I like how Sabine interrupts turns, but I might not do that this match. Just because maybe we still do it. Because we do have this, which I like. And if we don't do that, then we'd be considering Grogu. This is the smarter thing to do, the safer thing to do. You know what? Let's be a little conservative today. We're just going to do that. We'll just throw away the Sabine Crown. Not throw away, but not give it to her. So let's head into the big screen and get started. Alright, we take the hit. Alright, that's fine. See, the difference is Sabine would have interrupted each of those attacks from Maul, which is definitely something worth considering, because this isn't great. But statistically, this was fine, so I decided to go with it. And I just think having a second Dispel here might be a good idea. Alright, we get that hit in. I'm going after Third Sister. That gets through 2 of those hatreds quick. And Third Sister will go down in a moment. Perfect. Alright, now we're hitting Lord Vader. You know what? We're going to be fine, but I do think Sabine maybe would have been the better call. Alright, let's keep him alive. Alright, protection up. Call the assist, and that should be it. There we go. Okay. I've even set out basically an order of how I want to play this. Yeah, alright, we're going to do Treya here. The only thing I'm considering is maybe I'm going to hold Savage. Yeah, let's just hold Savage. Which means we're doing Nihilus. Or no, let's use a Kron, so let's use Talent. Means we're losing a tank, but this is a strong enough counter that I think we can do that. And I have put on that Talent on me, which we can have a little bit of fun with. Alright, couple hits in, increase cooldowns. We get the stealth, a couple more hits, let's isolate, decrease cooldowns, take out Gideon, and we're good, we've won. Yeah, that's why I felt like it was worth saving Savage, because this is one of those very strong counters where we don't need to overdo it. We would have been fine with Nihilus too, but I'd rather, or with Scion too, but I'd rather the Datacron. Alright. So now we got Star Killer, Cadme, Shock T. We're going to come back to those, because what I'm trying to do is lump in all the strong, all of the counters where we need to be using certain squads. Then we're going to transition to undersizes and solos. So full-size squads being used right now, which means we're transitioning over here. And we are going to grab... Do I have a preset for this? I really should have a preset for this. Do I have Bastila? No. Alright, fine. So Bastila, Calcestis, and I did Barris last time, and I don't feel like it did anything. So maybe Kanan. We could look at, well, maybe we do a tank Kron. Do I have a revive? Yeah, let's just do it anyway. Alright, the only thing we need to be careful with is there is Talon here. We will throw the Armor Shred on Marauder. It would be don't touch the cords. The Armor Shred would be wasted on Melgus, so we're not doing it there. Alright. We got a Taunt and Dispel. Just a second. I'm going to mute this for a second. A dog's barking and walking by. Or maybe we're okay. Alright, we hit Melgus. I'm playing this a little bit earlier than I normally do, so there's a lot more street activity, just because I'm going to have a busy evening. Alright, let us taunt. Armor Shred, Talon's gone, perfect. Next turn we can take out Melgus. Alright, we get a little ability block. We'll hit Marauder to do damage there, take out Melgus, and we're good. Can I recover anything? Just want to see if we can get him closer in banners. I don't think we can. Alright, Armor Shred. Next turn we'll do it. Alright, this will take it. Boom. Solid banners. I'm playing as if this is going to come down to banners. That's how I'm thinking. After here, I decided we're just going to overpower this with Inquisitors. I don't think he made a lot of changes to his defense. There's one team that's unaccounted for, because I was looking at his history, he usually had Inquisitors on defense. But now he consolidated his third sister with his Lord Vader, so there's one team that's unaccounted for. So hopefully that isn't somebody that we want to be using a GL for. Now, what did I want? Inquisitor Crons. I could just play this in a way where we clear this territory and see what's back there, but I just want to I want to go on a string of solos. That's how we're approaching this. All right, Afra gets the torture, and now we've won. It's over. It is unwinnable for them now. Well, it was always unwinnable, but now we're talking strong. All right, what's next? So we got Radis, Bosk, and Qui-Gon. So Qui-Gon is going to get soloed. Bosk is not going to get soloed. So maybe we do Bosk right now. What I'm going to... With Bosk, we're just doing my JTR thing. And I guess it would be an attacker cron, but we're not going to do that because I think I only have one of the... I've got maybe two of those left. And it deserves to go to somebody else. Let's do this one. Let's hit Bosk. Almost blown up. Alright, under stealth. We'll stop the taunt, but take the turn meter from Bosk. Drop a healing immunity over there. We'll flame him. There's Bosk. We'll do Boba Fett. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay. Keep everybody under stealth. There's one. Alright, I'm going to do the big hit over on Django. The AoE might, yeah. The AoE finished off Boba Fett. And here we go. This also is great up against Zam. Takes out Maul. Takes out a bunch of things. Clean up a Jabba. Alright, I think we are now ready to start taking out some of these things. So here we're going to do Sith Eternal Emperor. This is going to be a full-size team as well. But we're not going to go crazy. We're going to do Marauder. We'll do the assist from Trooper. Because Savage I want to use elsewhere. Bane we're using elsewhere. Malik I want to solo with. Yeah, we just kind of have to. See, no, let's not accidentally use something we want to use. And maybe we use this. We can speed up and riposte. Sure. Alright, definitely link Star Killer, definitely link Palpatine. They're the ones taking turns. We're assisting a lot. Hit Mara. Okay, a couple hits there. I forget where I was going to use it. Oh, Bane was going to be up against Cadme. Alright. Mara Jade. Should have the alt this turn. Alright, there's our alt. Alright, let's blow them up. Alright. Next hit should get her out of the protection. No. Jeez. Alright, now she's gone. Okay. Cadme is an undersize with Bane. So now we're switching to our undersized battles. Bane and how about Maul? And we don't have Sith Crowns anymore. I guess we just grab a dark side. Let's grab some stats. And this is Cadme with Kelleran and Cam, so I don't really think it's going to do anything meaningful. Plus no Amis. Alright. I don't even know. I guess she's probably... The leadership Ami I don't think is all that important. The unique Ami is. I just can't remember how important I think it is. Alright, we'll come back to Shakti because she's going to get soloed. We're doing the undersizes right now. So now we're looking at Radis and Qui-Gon. Radis we're going to undersize with JMK, which maybe we don't want to do. Do I want to reconsider this? Because there's other ways through Radis. The only reason I'm considering this, I think we're going to do it. I'm a little concerned about the back wall because he could trap me. We're not going to do it. I'm changing my mind. We're going to call an audible. It's just, if he did put a GL on the back wall, I'm going to really want that JMK. So we're going to come back to Radis. I'm going to give it a moment. I want to just keep the pace of this up. We're going to do a JML solo on Qui-Gon. Because I'm just trying to up our banner totals. So solo is what I want. I want a bunch of solos. And we're going to get some solos on the back wall. Okay. Boom. Boom. Let's get rid of the foresight and then we'll hit him with a big one. Boom. Alright, there's Anakin. Boom. Alright, I'm just going to do a few basics. Alright. There we go. So now Shakti is going to get soloed by Bane. It's a weaker Bane comp. Or not a weaker Bane comp, but weaker Shakti comp. And not Bane, Malik. You know, for as much as I like the Sith, I do mess their names up a bunch. Do I want to keep this? I think we should keep that. What else would I be using? What other tank would I use this on? I don't think it's going to come up for the rest of these matches. Maybe we just use it. I guess we'll just use it. Whatever. Okay. And hit Shakti. There's no taunt. We're just going to focus down on her. And this team falls apart without her. Alright. There's a first drain life. Boom. And she should go down with the next drain life. And I guess we'll just auto from here. Let's do a little covering of topics. Last night I watched the first episode of Cape Crusader. And I like it, but I think it's missing something. And the thing that I think it's missing is Paul Dini. Because of the three big creators, creative minds behind the original animated series, it was Bruce Timm, who's heading the show. He's the art director. He's like the visual creative mind. He's the Art Deco style, which I'm still happy to see the Art Deco style. But the other producer there is Eric Radomski. He was a major piece of the animated series. But the piece that is missing is Paul Dini, who was the major writer. And he is responsible for a whole lot of things that made the early 90s animated series so good. Like, he's the creator of Harley Quinn. Probably a lot of those other characters, although I think everybody had a hand in things, but like Renee Montoya's from there. He wrote the episode Baby Doll, so he's probably the creator of Baby Doll. But he's also the one responsible for re-envisioning the origin of Mr. Freeze. Like, Nor Freeze, that's Paul Dini. That didn't exist beforehand. So these things that we take for granted now, those were Batman the Animated Series creations. They made a lot of the more jokey characters with hokey origins function and work. And it's just part of Batman lore now. That show is so important. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do Afra. Let's do Afra. I was going to do Gas, but Afra is going to do this a lot better with higher banners. Gas is lower banners, especially if you don't have Rex and Fives, which we don't because they're on defense. And I didn't have a plan to use Afra. We're going to finish my thoughts on Cape Crusader. I just got distracted with figuring out what I wanted to do. So a lot of the major stories from the best episodes, like Heart of Ice from the original animated series, that is all Dini. So to be missing the best writer on the series, one of the most important people to re-envisioning Batman from a writerly standpoint, not the visual standpoint, he's gone. Maybe not gone, but was not part of the show. Maybe he was busy, maybe he wasn't interested, maybe they didn't ask him. I have no idea what the background of that is. But the first episode, it was just kind of uninteresting to me. It's kind of empty. And maybe I'll feel differently with the other episodes, but I felt like that's what was missing. There's certain episodes from the animated series that aren't. It has so much heart. Like a mediocre episode like the Crime Doctor. That episode is really good from a writing standpoint. I don't even want to talk too much about it. All right, what did he change? Finzory was there. Hux is new. Night Sisters is new. Dash is new. Grievous was there, but he changed the Grievous comp. So small changes, not big ones. Can Gas solo these Night Sisters? Do I have another solo now? But it means we can't do as many solos as I wanted, because I was going to do a Savage solo of Newt. Maybe we can find other places. Maybe we do Savage up against Grievous. That opens Wampa up for somebody. Can Wampa take out Hux? I think what we will do... I think I can get 4 solos out of this. So we're going to start here. This is the only one I haven't done before because I haven't gone up against an Asajj lead, and I think this might be the first time I've gone up against an Asajj lead. And definitely, I don't think I've done Gas solos up against Night Sisters since Marin. And usually when I have, it's been with Telzin, which has been fine. So I think that everything here is fine. But there's a little bit of unknowns. I think what we'll do is we'll take the reduced damage. I think we'll be fine. We'll just counter a few times and win. Boom. Next one should take out, no, one more for zombie. Alright. Hit zombie. Now we're countering and hitting our targets. Alright, come on. Alright. Okay, a couple of hits. Boom. Where's my turn? And right now, this should be Asajj. Boom. And now this is Marin. Grit. 58. Now, Grievous, we're going to Savage. We could Wampa this, but I think this is the only team that Savage is going to solo here. So I want to give him... He's a tank. Or is he an attacker? I thought he was a tank. Per damage offense, that's pretty good. I think this is the only team that Savage is going to take down, so we're using Savage here. And we're going to need an auto. Yep. I think what I'm going to be doing in terms of watching things over the next period, because a bunch of shows have wrapped up, is there's a lot of things I skipped or didn't finish. So I think I'm going to start handling those things. Like I never finished House of the Dragon Season 1, and now Season 2 just wrapped up. So I'm going to circle back to that. I need to finish Ahsoka. I need to finish Bad Batch. I need to finish Invincible. There's a lot of things I just started and never wrapped up. And then there's things like X-Men 97 I want to get to. I know it's good. It didn't really sink its teeth in first time through, so now I want to get into it. The thing I think I'm most anticipating right now is Alien Romulus. That I'm very excited by. Alright, so with this, we're just taking all these hits. They can't take me out. I think what'll eventually happen if we don't get through Magna Guard, but it looks like we just did. Now we got to make sure we're attacking B1. And I feel like I've got a pretty good Savage. All right. Do wonder if stop would alter this counter. Oh, I gotta fix that. All right, now into the yellow. A couple more. All right, let's keep moving. All right, now my plan is to Wampa the dash. And was that a Grogu thing? All right, we got Wampa, we got a Wampa Kron. This should just crush it and not be an issue. We'll have what's-his-face be a little bit more annoying. Why am I playing this? Let's just auto. Because we do need to... Oh, now let's make sure we're targeting Vandor while we can before the taunt goes up. Okay. It's the only thing we'll be managing. Now is my opportunity to hit Vandor. I think we just need our damage to ramp up. Alright. Boom, boom. There we go. Let's redirect. Okay. Come on. Yeah, that's wasted. Come on. Now we've been dazed. I'm going to manage this for a moment. Alright, there's my protection up. We'll roar. I could have smacked him. And now Vandor. Let's hit Vandor now. Alright, roar. Come on. Boom, boom, protection up. All right, these counter, here we go. There we go, now we're good. Yeah, it felt like it just needed a little bit of hand holding. Now, with Hux, I believe I can solo with Kenobi. We still got a GL. Although there is... I think we're fine. And let's look for, I guess, one of these. We're not getting any assists. So that's useless. This doesn't work with him. I think we just have to go with stats. Just take this for the stats. Alright, we will hit Sith Trooper. Because he's the one who gets the bonus turns and everything. Alright. Charging up the alt. I think we'll do this just to do it. Alright, there's Hux. Boom. There we go. We'll do this. Get a little bit of recovery. More recovery. Now we're hitting first order. How many solos did we get in this match? We got 4, 5, 6. Did we get 6 solos? Which, for a relatively strong defense, I think that's really good. Because usually when we do this, where we get a bunch of solos, like when I've had, I had a match. I think What was my max? Was my max 10? I think I had a match where I went with 10. But that was just garbage on defense. This is at least some actual teams. Alright. This, I think we're going to play with Night Sisters because it's fun. Right? This is what I want. This is what I did last time. Okay. I guess I could have done some actual testing or something though. But here, let's basic. We're gonna basic. I'm a little concerned this. Ooh. All right, I lost it. I lost it. All right, I guess we'll just overpower it then. I think we'll do Star Killer. Probably shouldn't have even risked it, honestly, to like be at the finish line and just stumble like that. Because what that effectively does is probably undo a lot of those solos. Let's do this. And a stun on Finn. Perfect. We'll land our shocks. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this is what I should have done. Yeah. Alright, now Fleet, he's got Negotiator. I think there's, yeah, Negotiator, Malevolence, Radis. I think the way we'll play this is, what was my plan? Chimera, Negotiator, Malevolence? Yeah, I think that's my plan. Alright, let's get Foresight up. Probably should have hit. Who do I want to? I think I want to hit Marauder. Stun Marauder. I haven't done this in a while. Alright, we're going to remove Turn Meter. We didn't have target lock on anybody, that's why I didn't remove Turn Meter. Alright, we are going to bring out the Interceptor, although I'm a little... Maybe we don't do that. No, I think... Maybe we don't do that. What if I brought out... No, let's do it. We'll just lose the Scythe. Alright, I wanted to trigger his turn. Oh my god, really? Alright, maybe we're being foolish. Alright, let's blow him up. He's gonna stealth. I'm gonna get rid of the Retribution. We should have a... What is going on? Alright, let's bring out the bomber. I can't believe we still have the TIE Fighter. Plo? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take Turn Meter. Because we have to attack Plo, which is ridiculous. Am I gonna lose my bomber? Are you kidding me? I can't even heal him right now. I guess we're gonna heal my Vader. This is ridiculous. We're gonna lose Vader now. It's ridiculous. Like, we're still gonna win, but this is absolutely ridiculous. This is an outrageously low banners. And I needed all of the ships to do it. Is this because of Plo? I've never had this kind of trouble with Plo before. He must have a nice relics on... Is this why people say relic Plo? Oh my god, that's outrageous. Alright, fine. Alright, let's do this. I'm sure I could have played that more effectively, but still. I shouldn't have had to. Alright, let's AoE. Alright, get rid of the crit, hit immunity. The Vulture Droid is gone. Alright, Plo, get rid of the buzzies, get some turn meter. Alright. Alright. No, I should have saved this for when he went under stealth. Because now we got to do this. Alright, good. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. How do I want to play this? Let's hit the tank. We'll AoE, clear some foresights. Buzz droids. I'm not like super confident that I'm gonna win this. The win rate on this is not overwhelming. And those dodges right there did not help. So that's not the best start. You know what? We're gonna do this even though I'd prefer to attack the Falcon just to get him out of there. Yeah, see, this is what I was a little bit afraid of. Alright. We have to attack him. Because everybody else has foresight. It's not my preference. He's going to take a couple turns. Alright, bringing out Soldier. He also has the correct lineup. Having the Resistance X-Wing in the front lineup is definitely the way to play this. Boom. Yeah, okay. Whatever, we'll clean it up without too much trouble. But still, I thought that was a possibility going in. What I didn't think was going to happen is I was going to lose my Chimera like that. But whatever. What are we attacking now? I'm going to do Radis here. I actually have a much better finalizer fleet than I used to. Maybe I shouldn't feel about it. Yeah. I don't think we need him. Probably could take 2 ships off of that, because he doesn't have a capital ship. This one. Okay. Actually, let's attack him. Here we... Boom. Alright, fine. We'll see how this goes. I don't like how my banner total's feeling right now. I think we're just... Can I do this? He only has 2 ships. I think we'll keep 1. All right. All right, give it turn meter, give it the assists. I decided to bring in the other ship just because, like, the Negotiator is a pretty powerful capital ship. Just on its own can do a lot of damage. Okay. Although I do have relics on these pilots now, where maybe I'm being overly cautious. All right, what's my total? We were going for such a nice banner total. Now I just kind of submarine that. Where am I at? Jeez. I am concerned. This guy is going to put up numbers. We'll check back and see what he does, but he's going to clear me. It's just a question of how efficiently. Well, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. So here's his 3v3 season numbers, and we're looking at 2035, 2063, 2045. Like there's some like 2013, 1998, 1526, but those, I would imagine his opponents put up stronger defenses. Like that 1526 is because he couldn't get through a JMK Padme, which I had for offense. So I don't think he's going to have a lot of issue considering he has saved everything for offense. We might get lucky with a hold or two, but we squandered the numbers that we put up with all those solos and undersizes. And one of those we could take back. Like, we could technically take back that Night Sister Finzori attempt. But you know what? That'd probably be good for 15. We'd be at 2030, and I'd be feeling a whole lot better at 2030. Like, I don't think he's going to hit 2063 up against me, but he's going to put up numbers. We'll check back, see how he does. And we accomplished the goal. We went 3-0 this week, 5-4 for the season, even though we did things the hard way. A quick little recap of how my opponent did, and then we'll go into the Grand Arena history with Tirber. He full cleared, but we had a pretty meaningful banner total. You can see Melgus and Dash Han getting holds. And I think we just stripped a lot of banners because not too many more teams got holds as I recall. So this was all one shot, and I think maybe most of the board was one shot. And a hold here with Crex. But other than that, I don't think there's a hold with Fleet. Yeah, no hold with Fleet. And that's a banner total that suggests that the difference between our banners, since I dropped a couple battles, is more because I was stripping. So if we pay attention to the banner total here, you can see it was like SLKR, fewer banners. He lost a battle with Sith Eternal Emperor up against Melgus. That's interesting. Then we got Zam, very low. Oh, that's because it was a cleanup. Gas here falling to Dash. I kind of see that. Then JML losing to Crex? I guess I can kind of see that because, like, I mean, that's still pretty bizarre. I wonder if that's a mess up. No, that's Ahsoka, not a. That's interesting. I'm kind of surprised by that. Then we're looking at Grand Inquisitor here failing the cleanup. Oh, he took 2 attempts to take this guy out. That explains it. I didn't realize that was a 3 attempt clear, not a 2 attempt clear. And the rest of this is solid. Well, we will wrap this one up here, and we're going to just transition into the 5v5 season, and things should be getting back to normal around here. I'm getting through some of my work deadlines that pulled me away, and I'm still busy, but things should be a little bit easier to manage. So thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.